Talk with Mitch Lafon.
We are speaking with Carmine Appice. The new video is Code 19, and so we're going to talk about that at length. Carmine, as we say in Montreal, bonjour. How are you?
Bonjour.
Yes.
I had French in school. I don't know much more than that.
I know. It's amazing how you go through high school and you take Spanish and French, and then you get out there and all you can say is un buco vino, por favor.
Ouvrez la porte.
Ouvrez la porte, right.
Fermez la bouche.
Though jokes aside, though, as a touring drummer for all these years, do you pick up a little bit in every place so that when you get to Japan, you can sort of make sure?
Well, yeah, if you're there for a while. I mean, I worked a lot in Japan. I was married to a Japanese wife for about 4 years, so I learned a bit, a bit of sayings and answers, and instead of saying, "Hey, that's cool," you go "kakuine," stuff like that, or "naniken gai teru no," what's on your mind, stuff like that. But I wasn't anywhere near fluent, just expressions here and there,
Yeah, which is plus you don't really get to visit sometimes all these cities because you're just moving from place to place, from back of the bus to back of the bus. Just real quick, let's talk about this video. You've got this song called Code 19, which came out on the GUITAR ZEUS collection back in, I guess, 97. And yes. Code 19 is almost derivative of COVID-19. And if you listen to the lyrics where you talk about feels like we're living in a movie, inside the light that feels, dancing in the smoke, et cetera, et cetera. It almost talks about now, as if you were sort of Nostradamus predicting the future. Talk to me about this video and this.
It's weird because the last video we did with Brian May, remember that, was called Nobody Knew, and the opening line to that was, here we are, the year 2000s, living through glass and oxygen masks. That was like predicting that, and then the chorus of that goes, nobody knew who's running the White House is painted all black now. And, when Obama was in the White House, that was, like weird, I said, wow, that's wild. So, but when they announced this disease called COVID-19, I almost fell on the floor because initially it sounded like Code 19, and okay, so I kept watching the news, and and it got to the point where I had so many of my friends go, I feel like we're living in a movie here, So that was the opening line to the song, so that like rang a bell. And then as it went on, I saw that the disease was killing people. It was like genocide all around the world. And in the chorus is the word genocide. And then I started hearing about doctors committing suicides, and more suicides now than ever before. I said, wow, that's the second line and another line in the chorus. That's suicide. And it's not a dream, it's Code 19. Everybody started saying this is like a bad dream, And then I started thinking, okay, well, where does homicide come in? And then the protests started, and people murdering each other. And I said, oh my God, this is like, we're living this, we're living this. And I was going to do a lyric video, way back in March or April, but I said, I don't want to publicize, this song as when such bad stuff is going on. But now it's become such a way of life with everybody. And I thought it would be okay to release now because I'm not really, trying to get publicity off of the fact that it's COVID-19, because COVID-19 has become like a way of life now, And even in the spoken word has not been heard. And, we had Zach Wilde played the solo. He also played some rhythm. And I said, well, maybe now it's time to do this video because it really is crazy how all the lyrics have come to be, most of the lyrics in the song have come to be.
I've come to be. Now, take me back to 1997. You know, Kelly Keeling writes it or comes up with some of the lyrics,
Right.
and it's around the time of the death of Princess Diana and the El Nino storms and the shootings of Tupac and Biggie. So there was an upheaval going on at that time as well, right?
Not really that I remember.
Okay.
The only one I remember was the guy in L.A. I forgot his even name. The black guy that had the riots of Rodney King. You know, that I don't even know when that was, but I asked Kelly. I talked to her. I called him. I said, Kelly, you know, now among all this COVID-19 and everything, what made you decide to do code 19 versus code 16 or code 13 or code 14? You know, he said, well, it popped into my head and it sang well. You know, but when it's in the song, it makes it sound fearful, you know, and so we did, my buddy Robert Nielsen that put together my other videos, put together a combination lyric and performance video. I got Tony Franklin, who played bass on the track, played bass on it. I played drums, and you know, I tried to text Zach Wild, but even before this, and I never heard back from him. I don't know if maybe I have the wrong number. So I just figured I'll get somebody to play guitar. So I got my guy Chris from Kodiak to play guitar, and he mined it fantastic, the rhythms and the lead. And you know, we never really saw his face. We just got from the neck down, so it's just a guitar player. And me and Tony and the lyrics. I could never get Kelly to sing into a microphone or sing into a cell phone and sing lyrics. I've tried for the last 3 Guitar Zeus videos, and I don't know, it just doesn't happen. So I made it half lyric and half performance. But my editor really did a great job, and we had to go through. He went through a lot of footage, and and he had a lot of the protests in there. And I said, look, I don't want to be, you know, a protest. I don't want it to be a protest video. I just want it to be a video showing what's going on in the world today. You know, so we moved it more towards the medical part of it. Have a little bit of the protest in there, you know, that you have to because of the lyric homicide, you know. But he did a great job, and I'm just blown away that, you know, we wrote this in 1997, in which we put at the beginning of the video that, like a teletype, you know, like you type it in quickly, that this was written in 97, and basically that we're living the lyrics of this song. And it was like a premonition almost, you know.
Yeah, very Nostradamus-like, and we'll just end on this. We of course have these Guitar Zeus projects from '95 and '97, re-released in 2019. Will there be more, and are there some unreleased recordings? Will there be a Guitar Zeus 3, 4, 5, 6?
Well, we have Guitar Zeus that we did for Japan and Korea, which we didn't release some of the songs yet. So I think maybe, but I'm going to be doing a book. I have what they call a play along of the Guitar Zeus songs with the drums and then without the drums, and then the manuscript on how to play it, you know, musically. And then also you could just play to it as a drummer if you want to. So right now we have book 1 that's out. It came out in '95, but we're going to re-release everything. And we're going to have book 2, book 3, book 4, maybe have like 4 books of Guitar Zeus songs without drums and all that. And, you know, and because digitally you can just release anything. So we may release like 3 or 4 other Guitar Zeus songs digitally with some of the Japanese guitar players on it. Or maybe we'll get some other, you know, regular non-international guitar players on it as
Some
well.
new guys.
As long as we have tracks, you know, because the way this was recorded, it was analog, and then it was recorded on radar. You know, so Guitar Zeus 1 was done all analog. It was mixed analog. So I have those 24-track tapes in LA. I don't even know if they're playable anymore, you know. But
Got to start baking.
Yeah, exactly. I have to bake them. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, you know, and to put other guys on that. But we do have some other ones that were released for the Guitar Zeus Japan and Korea that was done with Pat Regan, and he did it on radar, which is a digital format. So that's just a matter of running a digital format radar and transferring everything to Pro Tools. And then we can put the new people on if we want.
Oh, that'll be great. And I'll finish on this. You were, of course, were supposed to go do some shows with your brother. You do these drum battle things. That's been postponed. But do you see yourself going back out and doing those, or now with COVID, you just go, I'm done? It's time just.
No. We're gonna, everything we were doing. We had a whole Vanilla Fudge tour. We have Cactus shows. We have me and Vinny shows. So everything's moved to 2021 right now.
Okay.
And then we're working on a tour with Cactus, Pat Travers, and Rick Derringer. That's one tour.
Oh, that'll be a fun
which
tour.
Which is a lot of fun tour, yeah. And, we do a thing every Thursday night, 7 o'clock, on a thing called Artists on Lockdown, me and my brother. And it's called Hanging and Banging with Carmine and Vinny. And we've had all kinds of people on, friends. Last week we had Kenny Aronson, Phil Sassoon. We had Eric Singer, we had Nico McBrain, Danny Seraphine, Slim Jim Phantom, all kinds of people. And this week we have Bumblefoot on.
Right? Oh, wow. Gotta love
that. Next week we have Rick Derringer. And the week after that we got Jeff Pilson from Foreigner and Dokken. So we're having a lot of fun with it. It's a very spontaneous talk show. And Ron Onesti, who owns the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, he's the host, and we have a good time. So you should watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Well, I'll enjoy that, and I enjoy a lot of those guys. And Jeff Pilson, in particular, is one of my favorite people in this world. He's so nice and just so competent at everything he does turns to gold. So
yeah, and he produced my brother's band Last in Line.
Yeah.
And he's in Foreigner now for years, and he was in Dokken from the original, Dokken. And I know him for a long time. He lived right around the corner from me in LA. So we're gonna have a good time with Jeff and Bumblefoot, and he played on the Guitar Zeus latest song, Mother Space. He also played on me and Vinny's album. I did dates with him in a thing called Platinum Rock All Stars, which had Rudy Sarzo, Gene Cornish, him, Jeff Downs, myself, and Phil Narrow from Billy Sheen's band. Talus.
Talus. I was going to say Torque.
Yeah.
Talus.
Yeah, and we have him singing on one track on the Cactus album too.
Phil is an incredible talent. He did.
Total.
I did a Kiss tribute in 2013, and he sang a couple of songs for me, and he was just
he's
phenomenal dude.
He's awesome and a good writer. He's a really good writer.
Lives in Canada.
He goes back and forth. I think Canada to Buffalo kind of area.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, great talent, Phil Narrow. Code 19. The video is going to be by the time they see this, it's up now. On that, Carmine, always a pleasure. Merci beaucoup. And
merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
And fermez la bouche.
Fermez la bouche. Yeah. Well, that's what we'll do right now. We will stop. Thank you, sir. Merci.
Okay, dude.
Cheers.
See you soon. Ciao.
All right, great. Let me stop that.